Hello viewers, welcome to our daily bulletin. Following are the headlines. Hanoi opens Book Street for Lunar New Year Festival. Foreigners celebrate Vietnamese traditional New Year. Efforts made to preserve and promote Yêu Lam Asian Village. Bookworms can spend the Tết holiday walking along Latex Street in downtown Hanoi, browsing thousands of books that are offered free of charge. Latex Street is turned into a book street from the 3rd to the 8th day of the Lunar New Year, or from February 10 to 15. The street offers book lovers thousands of book titles on the culture and history of Hanoi, as well as Vietnam's socio-economic development. I'm happy to see many people visiting the book street. This means people are very interested in reading and the reading habit has been revived. Visitors to this book street are provided with the opportunities to meet famous authors, receive calligraphy works for free of charge, and enjoy Vietnamese tea. On the occasion, book companies and publishing houses offer gifts to readers. Books from various genres are sold at a discount. We hope the event will attract readers not only from Hanoi, but also from neighboring localities. We also expect this will be a regular Tết event. As part of the event, a number of artistic programs will be held, such as recitals of spring poems, demonstrations of the Japanese art of origami or paper folding, and a musical gala. Like in some other Asian countries, Lunar New Year or Tết is an important festival in Vietnam. The celebrations and traditions have left a deep impression on foreign friends who spend time welcoming the New Year in the Southeast Asian country. Lee Kyo-hoon from the Republic of Korea has worked in Vietnam for 5 years. He has experienced 3 Tết celebrations in the country. Of the traditional customs to welcome Tết, making square cake impressed Lee the most. Today, Lee Kyo-hoon welcomed some colleagues to enjoy square cake and fried spring rolls, indispensable dishes during the Tết holiday in Vietnam.
I am very impressed with your tradition of making square cake. Whenever the Lunar New Year comes, I often visit my friends' houses to enjoy the Tết atmosphere and the traditional dishes, especially a piece of square cake.
For 3 Nigerian men studying at Hanoi's Aptitude University, Tayo, Tega, and Raphael, this is their first time in Vietnam for Tết. Thus, they are eager to join other people to celebrate the traditional New Year. Through their Vietnamese friends, they learn more about the host country's unique culture, which is as important as Christmas in their country.
On the streets is busy. People are trying to buy 1 or 2 things that help them with the preparation. And I see the season is very important to you because during this time you will try to get a lot of decorations for the house, try to buy some foodstuffs.
I know it's holiday for the New Year when you have to sit down with your family, enjoy your loved ones, and I really like the red color. Everything is red, red for peace and unity, and I really liked it. I got my gifts already, so I'm going to give it to people I love, and I'm going to take some pictures, and I'm going to get a red balloon.
For foreigners working and living here, Vietnam seems to be their second home. They are always eager to celebrate the country's traditional New Year in their own way. Tết celebrations for them are an unforgettable memory whenever they talk about their time in Vietnam. The Hanoi Department of Tourism expects to welcome nearly 21.2 million tourists in 2016, including 3.76 million international visitors. More in the following report. The city targets to rake in more than 60 trillion dong, roughly $2.7 billion from tourism services this year, rising 8.11% against 2015. In a bid to realize the goal, the city's tourism sector will focus on raising public awareness of tourism development, bolstering domestic and international cooperation to lure more tourists, while enhancing tourism promotion activities. In addition to providing support and addressing difficulties for enterprises, organizations, and individuals joining in tourism development, the sector will invest more in human resource training. Last year, the capital city received nearly 3.4 million foreign holidaymakers and 16.4 million domestic vacationers. Total tourism revenues were estimated at over $2.5 billion. Hanoi was listed by the Lonely Planet in the top 10 best value destinations for 2016. The city was also named among top 5 best cities for low-budget vacations in 2015 by Dr. Prem, a renowned travel and tourism website. The government has agreed to add 2,275 disadvantaged communes in 48 provinces and cities nationwide to the list of beneficiaries from Program 135 in the 2016-2020 period.
Among those, 2,240 communes will receive investments sourced from the state budget, while the others in the provinces of Quảng Ninh, Khánh Hòa, and Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu and Hanoi will be subsidized by their respective local budgets. Most of these disadvantaged communes belong to the northern mountainous provinces of Cao Bằng, Hà Giang, Lào Cai, Lạng Sơn, Sơn La, Điện Biên, and the central province of Thanh Hóa. In 2015, 80 communes in 23 provinces and cities across the country were recognized as having fulfilled the targets of the program. The program invested in 6,000 extremely disadvantaged areas, including border communes and extremely disadvantaged hamlets, with total funding of nearly 7.8 trillion dong, equivalent to $347.77 million. Launched in 1999, the program aims to improve living conditions for local residents in mountainous, rural, and border areas, with a focus placed on ethnic minority communities.
Vietnam's cashew exports in January jumped 15.6% year-on-year to $183 million. In volume terms, they were up 9% to 34,000 tons. The US, China, and the Netherlands remained the 3 largest buyers. According to the Vietnam Cashew Association, demand, both abroad and locally, has increased strongly this year, and cashew processors and exporters have worked to increase supply. Demand surges in Vietnam and China during Lunar New Year. The association said exports to Trans-Pacific Partnership member countries account for more than 50% of the total, with the US being the biggest buyer. The TPP is a good opportunity for the cashew industry, it said, adding that lower tariffs under the deal would enable Vietnamese firms to increase exports to member countries. However, the industry needs breakthrough measures to improve quality and output of raw cashew, and it still imports a large quantity from other countries. The application of advanced farming techniques has significantly improved productivity in many areas, which has helped meet at least 50% of demand for raw cashew. 10 years ago, when Đường Lâm Asian Village was recognized as a national artistic architectural relic, the local authorities and people began preserving and promoting the site to attract visitors from near and far. Let's take a look.
Located just 50 kilometers to the northwest of Hanoi, Đường Lâm is one of the country's best examples of an ancient village. After its recognition in 2005, Đường Lâm became the first village that has been given a national title. Visitors to the village can find many preserved ancient relics, rich with culture and history. The most notable aspect of the village is ancient houses, which were built under wooden frames and fortified with laterites, a special material used in construction in the Red River Delta region. Built in the 17th century, there are currently only a few hundred of our houses left, with the oldest dating back 40 years. Being recognized as a National Heritage Area has given the village a strong boost in tourism, attracting both foreign and domestic visitors. The number of travelers to Đường Lâm spiked from 3,000 to 4,000 in 2008 to more than 10,000 people in 2014. In the first 9 months of 2015 alone, the village welcomed 11,000 visitors. In Đường Lâm, visitors might lose themselves in the rustic, traditional vibes of the northern village, as well as enjoy the mouth-watering local cuisine.
I just think it's good to see the Vietnam culture. Because I'm not from this country, it's lovely to see your culture. This is my first time, but my son and daughter-in-law, this is their second time, so they've enjoyed it so much they've come back.
A highlight of Đường Lâm tourism products is the golden crop season, where villagers weave together special products using ripened straws.
Though this is a short tour, it is one of our highlights, as it involves the entire cultivation process and it reflects our culture as a hard-working society.
Visitors can learn about the unique stories behind each and every single straw doll, as well as make one themselves with the help of their friendly hosts.
Yes, it's the first time we come in these villages. We actually like the traditional houses and the traditional way of life here. It's really nice, and how people keep with their traditional way to live in our days.
That's not all. Take a look at these lovely outfits. The combination of agriculture and tourism is not new, but for Đường Lâm village, it is a tremendous effort toward building a sustainable industry and helping locals harvest another source of income apart from their crops, all while providing tourists with the unique experience. In the past, since there were not many overnight accommodations available in the village, visitors often opted for short day trips. However, these days, many local families have opened their doors to strangers and welcomed them to their homestay facility.
I provide homestay services to tourists. I want them to experience the village more closely. After receiving many groups of travelers, I think they enjoy the trip more and understand the village more. I want to show them how the locals welcome visitors. The scenery here is beautiful. Hanoi is very lively and bustling with tall buildings, but here there is none of that, only the scenery. I really like the daily life in this village. One day I will bring my girlfriend here.
An overnight stay is exactly what people need to fully enjoy what the village has to offer. Can spend the day working with farmers or listen to traditional musical performances by the village's artisans. All these make up an ideal tourism product, bringing in financial stability and helping the village preserve itself as a pawn in Vietnam's unique culture.
And that's the end of our program. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.